So 91% of the 91% of the South Carolina primary results have came out. And Joe Biden had a huge victory here with about 49% of the vote. As it stands right now, it's about 91% reporting. So I'm going to give you some more details. Joe Biden obviously crushed everybody else with about 49% of the vote, followed by Bernie Sanders with 20%, Tom Steyer with about 11%, Pete Buttigieg with about 8%, Warren with about 3%, and Warren with about 7%, and Amy Klobuchar with about 3%. Now, there's some good and bad news for the Bernie Sanders campaign. All right, so good news is, besides Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders was the only one that reached the viability threshold, meaning he got at least 15% of the vote. So that's good news. Some more good news for Bernie Sanders is that some of the other stronger centrists like Amy and Pete did terrible. Pete got 8, Amy got 3. It's immensely bad. And some more good news is Warren, again, as expected, underperformed. She got 7, which is good for Bernie Sanders' campaign because they have some common voters, and so in their league, their aisle of the Democratic Party. So that's the good news. It's not all bad for the Bernie Sanders campaign. But I pretty much expected Joe Biden was going to win. What I did not expect is actually Amy Klobuchar to do as bad as she did. I thought she'd do a little better. I thought she'd get 3rd or 4th. She actually got 6. Mike Bloomberg also is not on the results. I don't know why he's never on the results, but it's just kind of weird. Well, of course, the Republican primary. There was none because everybody but Donald Trump dropped out. Bill Weld, who was just behind Trump for the Republicans, he dropped out after New Hampshire after he did really bad, getting only about 9 or 10% of the vote, compared to Donald Trump, who got 80 something or 70 something like that. So there was no Republican primary, and I don't think there ever will be in 2020. I think that nobody's going to run against Trump at this point. But let's hope Super Tuesday is better than this, obviously. Super Tuesday will be in 3 days from now. And tomorrow I'll give you my predictions for each the states for Super Tuesday. And then we'll compare my accuracy. But that's pretty much it. A little disappointed, a little sad. Because I actually thought Bernie would do a little bit better than he did. He got 20. I was expecting more like maybe 30. So it's disappointing. But again, he was the only one besides Joe that got that 15% threshold, and from here on out, it's just downhill for Joe Biden. The only other state where he's polling decently is Virginia. He's doing terrible everywhere else. it's only uphill for Bernie, because the only states where Bernie isn't doing well is like Minnesota, Virginia, and obviously South Carolina. But pretty much every other state he's doing great, and he's doing great in California. He's doing great in Texas, which is fantastic and honestly quite shocking. He's doing good nationally with about a 9 to 16 point lead nationally, depending on which poll you look at. So that's it. Again, make sure to tune in tomorrow for my predictions for Super Tuesday.